The University of Pretoria has been around for over a century. As you know, it's gone through several transformations. As of late, the fees must fall movement that we needed to navigate, as well as the language policies that have needed to change. But in that sense, the University of Pretoria has looked to set up several centres of excellence, one of which is the Centre for the Future of Work. We look to integrate technologies and a multidisciplinary approach to investigate graduate employability skills, but also leadership skills of the future. How do we ensure our leaders are able to manage perhaps even a non-human workforce? And that's how the Centre for the Future of Work came about. Student assessment has been under the radar for quite some time already, and with the introduction of artificial intelligence and those kinds of technologies, we're now looking at not only what we assess, but how we assess. And the biggest difference and difficulties that we're looking at is aligning our assessments to ensure that we upskill correctly for the future of work. So for example, if we ask someone to do a general assignment or an essay for that matter, what is encompassed in your essay? Are we looking for grammar, technique, introduction, how you articulate yourself, the content thereof, or the entire encompassment of what we are assessing? Now with generative large language models, in that sense artificial intelligence, students can almost replicate an assignment essay quite well. But if we can teach them to use and apply their technologies, but then apply their specific discipline areas to add those key nuances, investigate new knowledge, that way we assess better, not only on what we assess, but then upskilling them to use those generative models. So in terms of academic assessment at universities, we need to ensure that we uphold a very high and stringent standard, not only from a South African perspective, but globally, to ensure that our students are skilled and able to be assessed and are able to apply their knowledge effectively. But now with generative AI, we have several considerations to think of. Do we ban AI? Or do we allow our students to leverage those technologies? But in so doing, where do we compromise in terms of integrity? So in this sense, we're at a crossroads from an institutional point of view. We're looking to either leverage these technologies and teach our students to use it, enabling them for a future of work, or do we consider banning it? And in this sense, there's several considerations that the university is taking into account. But at the end of the day, we're looking to ensure that we uphold integrity now and into the future. From an opportunities perspective, from a teaching and learning area, our students are now able to have a personalized tutor at their disposal 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, asking them, how do I write assignment? What do I look for? How does this integrate? Develop a business plan for me. So in that sense, there's an opportunity to teach our students to leverage these technologies, allowing them to leapfrog even other areas. However, there's also several challenges around this. Who owns that intellectual property? If a student can just quickly generate that from a teaching and learning perspective, why are we needed? So those kind of challenges do need to come into the foreplay and foreground of what universities need to consider, as well as lecturers. How do we upskill ourselves to be able to navigate and teach our very students? AI has already impacted the work environment. From assistants who now just need to write up agenda or review minutes. That is now available to almost every person with internet access and the ability to use prompt engineering. So in that sense, it's already affecting our work environment. Going into the future though, it's predicted that up to 70% of our job functions by 2030 can be automated with functionalities such as AI. Now, the danger there is, what value are you adding as an employee or as a business owner if 70% of your work functions can be automated, which is a lot cheaper to be done by a computer. So there's a lot of danger and almost a sense of fear around AI because it's going to take work away. So AI is changing our work functionalities, but we need to think of how we can upskill ourselves to add value. With disruptive technologies such as AI specifically, change is inevitable. This is going to happen. Our role now as higher education institutions, sector-specific industries, as well as government's role, is to ensure that our graduates are upskilled now for this future of work and any potential job role into the future. Moreover, we need to ensure that our leadership is ready for changes now and those consistent changes into the future, so we are able to navigate this, bring society along, and not leave people behind, because we have a great opportunity to ensure that our society leapfrogs into a positive future.